Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. How are my wonderful Scorpios doing? You know, I love my Scorpios. That's the money sign. That's the money side. Scorpios in the house. I love me some Scorpios. You guys are phenomenal. You guys are wonderful. I love Scorpio. My father was a Scorpio, and when I tell you, I love Scorpios. Scorpios are just, you can count on a Scorpio. When you have a Scorpio man in your life or a woman in your life, so many blessings come your way. They're true. They the real ones. They the real ones. The Scorpio love, they love hard. They love hard. Anyway, before we even move forward, Scorpios, please let us practice our breathing. Garnetqueentarot is saying be inspired to rise, be inspired to breathe. And welcome all visitors. Thank you for stopping by the channel. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And shake it off. You know what else I love about Scorpios? I love how they bring peace to a situation. They give solutions. Love that. Love it. Love it. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. What is this? The Seven of Cups. Yes. Seven of Cups. You ready? Starting off right on track. Right on track. Knight of Swords. Yes. Ooh. We got this, the Seven of Wands. Like mix these up, baby. Help us. Help our Scorpios to gain the clarity and the understanding needed, Spirit, to overcome anything trying to block their passage. Ooh, the Emperor. That's what I'm talking about. Mixing up everyone. Nine of Wands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Queen of Cups. Yes, thinking about everything because you are happy. You are moving forward. Hello, Scorpios. Let me tell you something. A Scorpio is not fearful of work. So when these blessings come to you, it's because you put the work, you put the time, you put the faith. Perseverance seldom fails. Y'all remember, my people, you already know who said that. Perseverance seldom fails. My dad. And he's a Scorpio. He was a Scorpio, but he's always a Scorpio in my heart. And what I see here, I love these cards because look at it. Opportunity, period. Options. You are not limited as far as your growth pattern. You're not limited, Scorpios. You have great ideas that need to be implemented. You put the time in, you put the work in, you put the conviction in. And you know what? Look at you here, the Emperor. Look at those steel boots. You ready for action at any moment. Look at that. You sitting on a concrete throne. Okay? Wisdom. You carry wisdom. You're smart. Scorpios will take you back to the ancestors. You hear me? They're about their business. They're about overcoming. They're about succeeding. They're about greatness. I love when messages like this come in the car. You have encountered so much. And you even doubted yourself at times. Didn't even think that you could make it. Look at the Nine of Wands. Look at the bandage on the head. That's from all your sweat. That's your hard work, your due diligence. And you stop to breathe, drink water, and refresh. That's what you do because you put the work in. You're deserving of a break. Because there's no shame in your game. You work hard for anything you want in this world, in this life. You are determined. You are possessed with success and overcoming obstacles. And success to you may be something different than the next person. But you know what? Your success runs according to you following through on what you said you was going to do. People could rely on you. Nowadays, it's hard to rely on some people. You the real one. You the one that's going to put the work in. You the one that will take care of your king or take care of your queen. And look out for them, because when you love hard. But a lot of people come at you because they see the beauty in you. They see your intelligence. They see your gift. But the problem is a lot of times people can't live up to your expectations. So they fall short and want to blame you. You're not to blame. You give time, but people have to respect the fact that when you're committed to doing something, you stay on that commitment lane. You don't shriek just because there's a little problems that might come your way. You sit down and take a plan of action into that moment to figure out how you're going to bypass those roadblocks, obstacles, and stumbling blocks to get through to the other side. You're passionate about what you do, how you aim. You're assertive. You take charge. You believe in putting in the hard work. You don't like excuses. And I see you here relishing in all the seeds that you have planted. And you're patient. Scorpio, you could be a very patient person. At times. You're not always patient, but at times. Because here you're exhausted. You're like, how much further? Oh, how much more do I have to go? And then when you stop and you look back, that's why I like to tell people count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So are you closer to achieving your goals, or you still got a ways to go? If you already did 5 and you've got 1 wand in your hand and you stop and you look back, you know it could be years. It could be a couple years per each, each wand. But you're looking at the distance from where you started. And this is when you inspire yourself again, because now that you're reflecting back, you're like, dang, I did all of that? Do the Steve Urkel. Did I do that? Well, no, how does Steve do it? Did I do that? I can't. Did I do that? You got to have fun in life. People say, oh, you crazy. No, I enjoy life. Everything that's meant to tear you down should build you up. You learn that on your journey. Because when people keep throwing rocks and stones, do you stay there and stay stuck and don't go nowhere, or you keep climbing and just get hit? I figure you keep climbing and just get hit, because you know what? You're going to overcome this. This too shall pass. Nobody said any journey was going to be easy. Who said any journey was going to be easy or is even fair? They're not. You fight for what you want. You take on battles and you be prepared. You put a helmet on, anything, so that even if the rocks are coming your way, you can duck. Come on, you ever see boxers? They duck and weave and bob and do all that type of stuff. That's how you have to be in this world. That's how you have to be in life. Those obstacles are meant to keep you down. You say, oh no, not I. Oh no, not I. You rise above circumstances and you see yourself on the other side of this journey. See yourself accomplishing what you set forth to accomplish. Things didn't work out. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. My cousin used to say, boo-hoo hell. Boo-hoo hell. Just keep going. Just keep going. That's from the southern side. And the West Indian side. You cannot give up. You have to keep your mind right. You have to believe in yourself. You don't let the naysayers win. You stay strong through the storms. You know your gifts. You know your abilities. Don't fool yourself in thinking life is easy. You can make your life easier when you go through and you face the troubles that come on your path. But you don't give up. You rise into the occasion. You rise into your best self. Let me tell you something. I could joke about that with you right now, but that's what I've heard my whole life. It's believe in yourself through the storms. And Scorpio, right now, you're starting to realize that the hard work is paying off. Because look at that. Even with the Seven of Cups, you're seeing the options available to you. And it's more than one. You know you're on the right path when you have more than one choice. And they're good choices. So you pick and choose what you really want. You could test the waters of this one. If you're not feeling it, test the waters on that one. But it's about you feeling and manifesting what it is you're seeking and holding yourself accountable to achieving those goals. This is a day to rejoice and be happy. Come on now. Come on now. Look at the Emperor. The Emperor running things. Running things. Look at the work you've put in. You got a bandage across your forehead. Talking about, I know I got to put the sweat in. I'm going to get through. I'm going to stay positive. But it's not easy. Am I even closer to my goals? Yes, you are. 5 you've already completed. 1 is in your hand to overcome another obstacle. You only got 3 left. 6 over here, including the 1 in your hand. And look at that, it's miles. You only got 3 miles left to go. You only got what? Each one might represent a year. You only got 3 years left to go. But how many years did you already bypass? 5. You almost complete with your 6th one. 7, 8, 9. That's the struggle and it's real. But you got to keep climbing. My goodness, you can't give up. I just watched a movie with Jake, what's his name, Jake Gyllenhaal, and my daughter loves him. But it showed his determination, his strength, his tenacity to save that person that helped him. And that person risked his life, his family, everything to save and help that man. I love that movie. It was a good movie. It just came out. And, it was talking about him being in Afghanistan and what he had to go through. And when you set your mind to something, the power you possess, the inner power, the inner strength will elevate you. Scorpio, I know that people have pushed those buttons in you. And you had to learn how to deal with issues, pushback, people that you thought were friends that weren't. And it's exhausting. But what I'm saying to you is when you're able to measure your achievements and your growth and see where you started from and where you are, you'll learn to appreciate yourself a little bit more. You know what the hardest thing is? For people to see the greatness in themselves. Because somebody said, oh, he or she is conceited. Oh, they think they're better than everybody else. No. They're thinking from their perspective, from an eagle's view, where they're climbing up and they can see themselves flapping their wings and being their best selves. Above the fray, above the nonsense, above focusing on their weaknesses. Instead, they focus on their strengths. And that's where the enemy comes in on you, because what happened is how you think of yourself is how you will proceed forward. So if you're seeing these opportunities, if you're taking actionable steps, intentional actionable steps, where you're putting in the work, even though you're frustrated and you think things are not working in your favor, then when you end up as the emperor on your throne, you're relishing in all that you've achieved. But yet you still go back to work, and you still are not where you completely want to be, but you where you work to be. You understand? And then you're thinking about everything you've been through. You're looking at how you can seek that balance in your life, how you appreciate and are full of gratitude of what you're getting in your life. Everything doesn't pan out in your time frame, Scorpio, so you can't be down about it. yeah, you can be down about it, but you got to get out from that rut. Life has so many twists and turns. And as long as you got a license, you can drive, right? So continue driving. Take breaks when necessary. Stretch when you drive after you've been driving for a while. Breathe. Yes, reflect on where you came from, the distance, and look how close you are to your destination. You know, when I'm driving, I always drive from state to state sometimes, and you know what it is? It's like you're measuring. Oh my gosh. I remember driving from Florida to New York. I drove from Florida to Texas. You know, drove to New Mexico, drove to Nevada, drove to Cali. It's the distance. And then you measure it and you say, okay, this is going to take me a good 12 hours. This is going to take me 8 hours. And you look at the distance. And you know when you start getting excited? Like I remember when we were first driving to Georgia, and it was only like a 7-8 hour drive if you're coming from Florida. And I remember driving, and you know you get more and more excited when you start seeing Georgia, 100 miles, Georgia, 80 miles, Georgia, 60 miles. Okay, you excited, you wide awake now. Before you was drifting a little bit, but now you're feeling better because you're getting closer to your destination. Georgia, 20 miles. Oh, I'm almost there, I'm almost there, I'm almost there. And then, welcome to Georgia. Welcome to Atlanta. Whatever it is, it's exciting because you see yourself getting to your destination. Welcome to New York. Welcome to Florida. It inspires you. When you could see you cross the county line. You know how nice that is? I used to love just taking pictures. You are now driving into, or you're now arriving into, and you come out even at the Welcome Center and you look around. Certain stops have like little museums and different things for you to see. And you got the road maps, and you take your bathroom break, you breathe. You go sit outside on the benches for a little while, you get something to drink, and still got a few hours to go, but I know we're closer than where we were. We've passed the state line. We've this, we've that. You measure your achievements and you look, and you should, rather than say, this is how you could switch up the situation. Oh my gosh, I got about 4 hours left to go. Right? Or you could say, wow, I'm getting closer. I only got 4 hours left in driving. Don't look at the negative, look at the positive. It's up to you how you view things. How do you view things? You could change your whole day, your whole life, your whole movements with your intentions when you look at what you've already achieved and you reduce the distance rather than look at the distance as still overwhelming. It's your frame of mind. It is how you view things. Scorpio, continue to think above and beyond. Don't think in the here and the now. Man, I stopped here, and how much longer I gotta go? No, stop doing that. It's okay to reflect on where you started from. It's okay to do that. But give yourself a pat on the back to say, I've come so far. It changes your whole outlook on life. You've been through some things. You've put the hard work in. You've placed intentional action. You have experienced joy. You know what a come up is. You know what falling down is. You know what not having options and opportunities are. And you grab and manifest what it is you're seeking and you want to feel into your reality. See yourself arriving. Talk positive thoughts to yourself. Woo, I'm still going. I'm not giving up. I'm on the right path. I see myself rising, elevating. I'm happy. I'm ready for action at any time. The Emperor. I possess the power to overcome, to achieve, to be optimistic, to stay steadfast on my journey. I'm not giving up just because I've experienced some hard times and had to put the work in and I'm tired. I say you have to strive for what you want. If it was given to everybody just take it for granted. You can't take your life for granted. You have to appreciate the hard work and the seeds that you've planted and how far you've come in your life. Even if you don't feel that you've arrived completely where you need, want, and should be. But as long as you keep moving, eventually you're going to arrive there. Oh, that person got a promotion at work. So, you know you was deserving of it. So, you say to yourself, you know what, whether or not they appreciate me, this is for a time because I know that I'm not going to be stuck here. I'm not staying here. I got plans for my future. I'm putting in the work and I will tweak along the way if I have to. But you know what? I am good at what I do. I love who I am. I love the skills that I possess. Speak positive thoughts into you. People don't like you. Oh, that's so sad. Who cares? Who cares? My father always said to me, when you are aiming high, there's some people that's going to punch you low. You know, people that punch downward, they punch downward. They see you trying to climb up like crabs in a bucket mentality. They try to pull you down, push you down, destroy you. I remember I was at work and I was a manager, and one of the managers there, she used to, I didn't even know until after she got fired, how she used to talk about me and say things like, oh, she always trying to overdo stuff because I'm working and working to complete my task. Let me give you an example. They used to, I do staffing and recruiting. So there was an issue where they weren't able to staff for a certain facility. And they're telling me when I got hired, they're like, you're going to have so much problems trying to staff with them and do this. And they said, nobody gets approved and stuff like that. And I said, really? So why do we even keep that contract? And they said, we don't know, but it's the most difficult thing to staff. When I started working on it and talking to the recruitment managers on the other side and where they staffed and started learning about them, and they staff in all 50 states, you know? So I'm like, wow. And I started talking with them from different states and like in certain states, and people were like, I'm so desperate. We need this, we need that. And man, I used to so tune into these people and what they needed because I figured you kill two birds with one stone. You get somebody a job to help them in their life and what they're seeking because people are not standing there looking for handouts. They don't mind working for what they want. And I get paid and I help people. Man, I used to tear it up. And it came to a point where I started staffing so many people with the same facility they said they couldn't staff for. I mean, I loved it. And the people be like, thank you so much. You know, they told us that they didn't have anything for us, so we couldn't get qualified. You have to look at the documents that's needed, upload them, make sure people have their drug tests and all the other information, TB, everything, upload it, and you put them to work. What is the issue? So I started doing it repetitively, and people started whispering, oh, she thinks she all of this. She been staffing over there. And then the boss comes out in the meeting and says, I want to thank you in front of everybody. I want to thank you for the hard work that you've been doing and taking pride in your work and accountable for your assignments. You can hear people sucking their teeth. Oh, please, ass kisser, all this type of stuff. Whose butt was I kissing? I was doing what I was hired to do. And because you couldn't compete, you mad at me? So you envious at me for doing my job? You better get out of my face. That's why you can't always listen to stuff people say. Scorpio, you got to keep building. You building on your empire. You know what you seeking. You know what you want. Then go for it. What's the problem? This person don't like you. This person was talking about you. Like my father said, and I quote my father to everybody each and every day. I know some girls was talking about me in high school. I always remember that. Boosters and cheerleaders and all that type of stuff. And I was hurt because I thought we was cool. I thought we was cool. And my father said, he said, Jesus came here to save us. And what did we do to him? I said, he was crucified. He said, exactly. So who the hell are you? I was like, what? That's so disrespectful, but my father shut it down because I was all upset. I was in tears in high school. Like, they don't like me, Daddy, and going on. He said, so does your life continue whether they like you or not? Are you gonna be able to live another day if they're not your friends? He said, you better stop playing with me. You ignore it and you keep. He said, let me tell you a secret. I was like, Daddy, because Daddy always got words of wisdom. He said, people only talk about important people. He said, who do you see sitting around talking about people that's not doing nothing with their life? Unless they just want to gossip. But it's the people that they saw where they started from and they're starting to climb up and you could start seeing their shine. Those are the people that get talked about the most because people can't believe the transformation. They can't believe how you stuck with it on your journey and believed in yourself and kept forging forward, and then voila, you're accomplishing things. It was no magic. It was perseverance. He said, position yourself to always get through. Sometimes you may fall short of it, but you're closer than where you were before. And when you really take that all in, absorb it, and believe in it, he said, don't get caught up with the crabs that just want to pull you down because they don't want you leaving them behind. And he said, don't be around people that are always quick to tell you can't do something. Allow their words to inspire you. And then he said, you're a seed. Plant your seeds and water them every day and let them grow. Watch them grow. See them grow. Believe in them growing. Talk to them if you must. But when you see yourself elevating, it feels like magic, but it's not. It was all those years of you manifesting, writing things down in your journal, believing in your skills, your craft, and your knowledge, and continuously absorbing like a sponge all the information that you are seeking and listening to your intuition to grab hold of it, hold on to it, and run with it so you can rise. He said it's not hard. But if you don't believe in yourself, don't expect other people to. And then some people will try to tear you down because they see where you're going and growing. He said this is an everyday story in people's lives. What makes you any different? Just keep your mind set on what it is you're working toward. And stop listening to the naysayers. Deafen your ears to them. What are you saying to me? I could not go to my dad and tell him that. I could say, Daddy, I'm scared about this. I'm scared of that. He said, first thing first, what are you supposed to do? And I already knew what he was going to say. My father was a very spiritual man. He said, you get on your knees and you pray. You pray. But know what you're praying for. Be wise. When you're praying for something to elevate you, put some of those steps out there that you need to achieve. Believe truly in yourself. Don't stay down. Believe. And just know, if you have that fear in you, you block a lot of blessings. You have to believe intentionally that you are going to achieve your goals. Even if you fall a little short, you're not where you started from. You keep pushing forward. Everything is going to be all right for you. It's just that when you're on the journey, sometimes you feel drained. You feel like you're fighting this battle by yourself and you're not winning. But when you seriously step back and look where you started from and where you are now, I can assure you, you're going to see, I don't care if it's this much, if it's a little inch, you're not where you started from. That means you've been growing, not at the rate and speed that you personally may want, but it is taking place. Recognize it for what it is. Be thankful for where you are. Appreciate yourself and all the seeds that you have planted and stay true to you. Don't give up. Don't give up, even if you feel like it, that you're not getting nowhere. If you seriously look at where you started from, I can assure you, you've been moving mountains. So stop dwelling on what you don't think and focus on what you do think and what you do know. I'm not where I started from. No, no, no. I'm not where I started from. You got to believe. Say it with conviction. I'm not where I started from. I'm in a better place. I'm going to win this race. and talk positive affirmations to yourself each and every day. And watch the speed of light start taking place in your life, because you know what? Your full conviction is part of it. Scorpio, you are a winner. You're not a loser. So don't ever discount your achievements. Stay focused on what it is you're seeking and go for it. Go for it. Let's see. What are our numerical cards telling us? Go for it. Go for it. Don't give up. Be the Energizer Bunny. I keep going and going and going and going. You got a bandana on to hold the sweat from all your hard work. So what are you talking about? What is your number? 1919. Let's see what this is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Transformation. It is asked that you take notice that you hold within your hands the power to change your life. Within this realization, you will feel your sense of purpose and your connection to new beginnings. I release what I no longer need to carry, and I open myself to the transformative energy of the divine. Transformative energy of the divine. You hear me? You are in your realm of transformation. You are believing in yourself. You are believing in yourself again. And you know that if you didn't believe in yourself, you wouldn't even be as far as where you are right now. Stop letting them naysayers that's not going anywhere in life or trying to compete with you. So busy looking at you, they could have been further along, but they all up in yours. You taking up residency in their head. Come on now. You don't even pay rent there, and they thinking about you. They can't get you out their system. That means you going places. You doing things. Recognize it for what it is. Why do you think people be coming at you the way they coming at you? Because look at this. Look at the hard work. You don't believe in staying in the same position. You go after your dreams and goals. Ride that horse and be proud. Garnetqueentarot, where we're saying, be inspired to rise. Be your best self. Stop slacking and thinking you can't do something when you know darn well how far you've already come. Recognize your gifts. Pat yourself on the back and say, job well done. If you live by yourself and you want to scream, you can live with other people. Who cares if you scream? Just say, I am doing it. People think, what is wrong with mom? What is wrong with dad? What is this? What's up with her? I am doing it. Believe it. Say it and believe it. Say it right now. What you scared of? What you scared of? Come on. Come on. You hear how Floyd Mayweather and all of them talk that they've already won the fight? They're doing their best to speak it into existence. And if they believe it, Muhammad Ali used to make people terrified and intimidated to get in the ring with him. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. One punch is going to knock you out from Ali. I just made that one up. But what I'm saying is, he had that mentality that he couldn't lose. And that was part of his power. Is that intimidation, dancing in the ring, getting hit and acting like it didn't bother him. I'm telling you, he learned from an early age, how he needed to be when he got in that ring. He said, I'm so pretty. He spoke positive affirmations over his life all the time. That leveled him up, where he looked like an eagle. How many fights did he actually lose? Even if the person was bigger and stronger than him. I know he lost maybe, 2? If that. I don't remember the amount, but I know how many he was winning. I know how many he won. I know that he inspired me. When you put yourself in the ring and you fight against the naysayers, people trying to cloud your judgment, throw obstacles on your path, just knock it out the ring. Whoo, whoo, you ain't gonna get me. Uppercut. Whoo. And you put on your sweat bandana You let it dry up some of that sweat and you say, I'm ready to go again. I'm not giving up. They mistook me for somebody else. Not today. Not today. Ooh. Give the power back to yourself. Dig deep down inside and say, I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Ooh. Come on. I'm a winner. Believe it when you say it. Let it come out your mouth. Let it slip smoothly on your tongue. Absorb it through your nose and believe it. Let your inner self help push you up. Hey, I'm rising to the top. Play positive music, positive affirmations, and dance to it. Pray to it. Talk to your source and say, I hear you. I got this. I'm a believer in myself. Believe in who you are. And when people say, you ain't all of that, return to sender. I don't want to hear it. I believe I am great. It's not being conceited, it's being honest, because you know you're great. But you got to stick with it and not give up until you get to your point. Okay? Garnetqueentarot here saying, be inspired to rise. These are the days when you are tested. Are you going to pass or are you going to fail? It's up to you how you want to prevail. The process ain't for the weak. Okay? If every time you get punched, you fall down and stay down, that's all I'm going to say. But when you get punched and you pick yourself back up, you're going to flourish. You're going to flourish. And sometimes you're hard-headed with certain lessons. I heard that Jalen Brown's mother told him to keep his mask on. But he felt he was tired of that look and he didn't want to do it no more. She said, keep your mask on before you get hit in the face or anything like that. He didn't want to listen. You know kids. You know how kids are. They always think they know more than you and you was born before them. Yeah, they got some stuff, maybe updated information that they could share with you. But don't ever think you know all my experiences and all my stuff. Mom, well, I know this or I know that. Good for you. But I learned that already. They always think they teaching you something. Sometimes they are, but not always. So anyway, he didn't listen to her, and he got an elbow in his face. What happened when he came out the game and came back? What? You tell me. That black mass appeared. Woo! And he said, she said it. I told you so. My mother used to tell me that all the time. I used to hate it. I told you so. You didn't want to listen to me. I told you so. Thank you, Mom. Especially if you try something that don't work out. Sometimes you just want to try things on your own. Not everything they say is always going to work out, but she was right a lot of times, though. And Jalen Brown knows that now, too. For Boston Celtics, he knows that now, too. Listen to your mom. Let me tell you something. When you go through these experiences, I ask, or not even ask, I suggest that you listen to your intuition, you pay attention, and you learn from the experience, and you apply it to your life so you can move forward. Progression is the key. Purpose is the key. Profit is going to be the key for you as well, because you got plenty of opportunities. You have abundance coming to you because you've been putting the work in. So no more tears, no more sorrow, no more dwelling. It's about pulling yourself up. Pulling yourself up when you don't believe 100%, as you keep grazing through and going through and grinding through. The treasures will be unveiled to you. Your rewards will come. It's a new day. Don't give up. Don't give up. Take care. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting the channel, Scorpio. Thank you so much. You are appreciated. Thank you, visitors. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you, everyone. It's a beautiful day. Just shine and be happy. So much going on in the world. At least if you could control your emotions and smile just because, you'll get through. Believe just because you know it will happen, and envision it. Go for it. Be your best self and appreciate it, and don't apologize for it. Take care. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. Have a good one. Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. Take care. Talk soon.